Hey, good morning, fellas. It's I believe it's the 7th of March. I'll show you the mountains up there. It's supposed to be very windy today, and yeah, very windy today. So, anyways, I'm going to get a lot of the things I need to get done early today. No chess this week. Those guys begged off. They couldn't hang. Not that they couldn't hang, they just had other shit to do. I'm going to talk to you about something that is going to seem odd, but I believe it to be true. So, during your lifetime as a man, you're going to live many different lives. Many different lives in the fact that as you proceed through life, you change, you adapt, and if you're good, you get smarter about things. You don't make the same mistakes. You learn and move on. So the guy that I am now at 58 is nowhere near the guy I was at 13 or 15. And one of the things that I learned from the military is how you can change your life. And they change our lives every 3 years because they don't want us putting down roots and making it too hard for them to deploy us. So they move us around all the time, even though it's a great expense for the military to do so. The Air Force guys don't do that as much, and the Navy guys I don't think do it a lot. But the Army and the Marines do it a lot. One of the things you can do as a man if you want to completely restart your life is what I did in 2016. I moved from Manassas, Virginia, where I had retired, in 2016 to El Paso, Texas. I'd never been here before in my life. So anyways, and I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have friends here. I didn't retire from Fort Bliss. None of that stuff. I just moved here because the ratio of women to men is, at the time it was 3.5. Now it's 4.5 women to each man here. So got here. I got to reinvent myself. Got to restart my life. Got to do a lot of things I've been meaning to do for a long time. Got back into coaching MMA. Anyways, again, when you start off in your dreamer phase around 13 to 23, that is an entirely different lifetime. That lifetime involves you for the first time making decisions about your life the way you want to live it. And that is your dare to be great time of your life. If you want to be a fighter, you want to be a basketball player, you want to be a musician, you want to write books, you want to do anything, you're going to dare to be great. You want to start your own business and run the world. That is the time for you to dare to be great. Along the way, if you find something that you like to do and can make money at, now I'm not talking about selling drugs or doing anything terrible within the system. Well, that isn't within the criminal system. Anyways, let's just move on. After your dreamer phase is petered out at 23, you have to decide on whether to have a career or a job. And I highly suggest you pick one of the trades. For the next 10 to 20, 30 years, we're going to need tradesmen by the boatload. If you can, and if you're willing, I'd like you to pick up some Spanish. English is there's no law saying that you have to speak English. English is the dominant language of the land right now in the United States. The second language in the United States is Spanish. And just like there's people with the Southern drawl and a Boston accent and different accents, there are lots of different accents in from Mexico on down to South America. And the guys from Spain speak with the lisps, like a... Anyways, all that to say this, it will do nothing but help you. And it'll help you with exposing yourself to a new group of women, should you choose to do that. Even if you do it on a... what did the one guy say? Hourly basis. Some of the... all right, let me just stop for a second. Some of you guys are absolutely comic masters. I mean, just some of the jokes, some of the little innuendos. They're just absolutely make my day. So anyways, moving on. Each time you transition to a different phase of your life, if you want to, you can literally restart your life. I did that involuntarily when you're in the military. And every 3 years, they pick you up and they move you and your family or whoever else. They just move you anywhere across the country. I pretty much went from Benning to Bragg to, where's that place down in Georgia? Huntsville. No, that's Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama. Redstone Army Arsenal. Then I went to Benning, Bragg, and we call Camp Swampy. It'll come to me. The Rock of the Marnes there. Third idea is there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let me get to the point. Each time you move, it's a new set of friends. It's people you don't know. It's you have to read. It can be difficult for you if you're not used to restarting, but it's a fresh start also. You can reinvent yourself. And again, I would say at a minimum, you're going to live at least 4 different lives while you're alive. One as a kid, one as you transition from being a kid to being a young man, from being a young man to a man, and then as you get older, an older man, you're going to get to a point to where you're going to have things pretty much figured out. And then you age out into retirement like me. And it's if you do all the work, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty nice. So anyways, I hope you understand what I'm talking about. And I'm not trying to be touchy-feely or hippie or anything like that. But again, these are the things that I can talk to you about. I can talk to you about money. I don't think it's my place to talk to you about relationships because you wouldn't be in the Red Pill, MGTOW society culture if you hadn't already decided that you knew the ills of being with a woman. So I can talk to you about how to prepare yourself physically and mentally, but I'll leave the hypergamy and the rest of that stuff to those other guys. All right? I'm going to give you practical things that you can do to help yourself. All right? Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you take care of yourselves. Like a Ford and a G-string. From West Texas, El Paso, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Love you guys.